Was HBO The Last of Us loyal to the game? The HBO series Last of Us begins similarly to the game, with viewers meeting Joel and his daughter Sarah. The biggest difference between the opening of the game and the first episode of the HBO series is at the very beginning. The Last of Us is a relatively faithful rendition of the popular PlayStation game, but how near does it get to its source material? In this video, we'll take a look at whether HBO's The Last of Us was loyal to the game or not. The show begins with an interview with scientists on a 1960s talk show. One of the scientists warns that the most severe epidemic would entail a fungus that affects the brain, causing the audience to be skeptical. This sequence does not appear in the game, which begins with Sarah handing Joel a watch as a birthday present. Following that, the first episode of the HBO series shifts to 2003 and the watch scene. Sarah, played by Nico Parker, gives Joel, played by Pedro Pascal, a look like in the game. In the show, Sarah takes Joel's broken watch to a store to be repaired, and it's then that she realizes something is amiss as the shop owner rushes her out. In general, the first episode devotes more time to Sarah than the game does. We even see her hanging out with her and Joel's neighbors, who only appear in the game when one of them attacks Joel and Sarah in their home after becoming infected with the mutant fungus. In the game, Sarah wakes up in the middle of the night to find Joel missing, and we see symptoms of distress in her eyes. In the game, Joel is late for work and is still gone when Sarah wakes up in the middle of the night. As Sarah, the player can explore the house and look at objects like newspapers that hint at an outbreak. In the show, Joel sends Sarah to bed before leaving the house to bail out his brother Tommy, played by Gabriel Luna. However, much as in the game, Joel arrives in time to save Sarah from their infected neighbor. Sarah, Joel, and Tommy attempted to drive as far as they can in both the games and the show. They pass by a burning house where they know folks, and the shot is nearly identical to the time in the game. As in the game, the trio crashes their truck and flees infected people in HBO series. The HBO series adds a dramatic twist to this scene. A plane crashes, sending their truck flying. The first half of the HBO series opening episode focuses mostly on Joel and Sarah's fate is equally devastating. Sarah is killed in the show, just as she is in the game, by a soldier who is given orders to kill her and Joel since they are infected. But Joel makes it through. Tommy comes in time to save Joel, but too late to save Sarah, who dies in Joel's arm just as she did in the game. The show, like the game, then skips ahead 20 years. Joel is currently in Boston, doing his best to survive with his partner Tess, played by Anna Torv. At the same point in the story, the program focuses more on Joel's urgency to escape the quarantine zone and find his brother Tommy than the game does. In the game, Joel and Tess must track down a black market dealer named Robert in order to reclaim their goods. Tess kills Robert in the game. However, when they find him, he is already dead, having been slain in a shootout with the rebel organizations, the Fireflies. When Joel and Tess discover Robert's body in the show, they are accosted by the local Firefly commander, Marlene, played by Merle Dandridge, who also voices the character in the game. She pledges to return Joel and Tess's goods, including a truck, to help them flee if they can sneak a girl named Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey, out of the quarantine zone. Joel is motivated by the promise of a working truck because he wants to find Tommy, with whom he claims to have lost contact in recent weeks. Ellie is hesitant to join Joel and Tess in both the game and the show. Ellie has been infected in both the game and the show, but she hasn't turned into one of the deadly clickers weeks after being bitten, implying that she is immune and could be the key to developing a vaccine. In the show as in the game, Joel and Ellie do not click straight immediately. Ellie tells Joel in the episode that his watch is broken, precisely as she did in the game. Joel continues to wear the shattered watch that Sarah gave her. In both the show and the game, Joel, Tess, and Ellie are met by a soldier whom Ellie stabs once he discovers she is infected. Ellie informs Joel and Ellie that her bite is several weeks old. The episode concludes with Joel, Ellie, and Tess leaving the quarantine zone to transfer Ellie to a group of Fireflies in return for the truck and supplies. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you with another interesting video.